Chapter 5 of the book talks about accelerated requirements. Now, requirements definition has been around for a long, long time. It's the foundation of how you select your next ERP system or any system. On the flip side, it can get too much. Now, 20 years ago, you had to really define what you wanted to build in a new product. So the requirements were very, very detailed. You had to talk about, can your system run checks? Can you do automated payments? Can you do ACH? All of that is standard now. It's baseline. Most products can do that for you. So what's the new way of requirements definition? What's the revolution? And how is Avero doing it, might I add? It's really different now. Requirements gathering used to mean months of workshops, thousands of hours of interviews, massive spreadsheets that no one really fully reviewed. But AI has changed that dramatically. But not in the way that most vendors are selling it. AI doesn't replace human judgment in requirements, it amplifies it, if you set it up right. So what are AI-enabled requirements? Now, what can AI actually do? AI can process existing documentation in hours, and we've seen that. It can identify requirements conflicts. It can map dependencies across departments. It can flag gaps that manual review misses. But what it can't do is understand organizational politics. It can't prioritize stakeholder needs, competing needs. It cannot make judgment calls about trade-offs. It cannot navigate the human dynamics that determine whether requirements actually get implemented. So what is the right model? The right model is when AI handles volume and pattern recognition, and humans handle the judgment, prioritization, and organizational context. And if you do this right, together they're dramatically faster and more thorough than either done alone. And because of AI, now there's what I call the innovation governance gap. So what is that? It's the distance between what AI can actually make technically possible and what your organization's governance, policies, and culture are prepared to manage. And it matters because organizations that can adopt AI capabilities faster than they can govern them create risk. Organizations that govern faster than they adopt create friction. The goal is closing this gap. And the way to do it is starting with governance frameworks that can evolve, that are flexible, and then build AI literacy across your organization. You also need to create feedback loops between technical capabilities and policy development. You don't know what's going to work for your organization. So the innovation governance gap is the single biggest risk in the AI era of modernization. You need to close it before implementation, not during. So what do we need to do right now? Audit your current requirements documentation for completeness and currency. You don't want 20-year-old requirements. You need to also identify which requirement activities could be AI accelerated versus which require human judgment. And third is assess your organization's AI readiness across governance, skills, and cultural acceptance. And this is also pertinent not just for ERP selections, but also how you select your consulting partners. Consulting firms that are still using 20-plus-year-old spreadsheets to do your requirements definition need to go away because there is a better way.